Hello, you beautiful souls. I figured I'd come in today because I kind of wanted to do just like a card pull to see what the energy is saying, especially because I just got done like sitting in my temple, my new temple. Welcome to the new temple. It got really cold last night, colder than what it predicted, so there is quite a few hurt plant babies around, which is really kind of sad. And it brought me into a very deep kind of conversation with spirit, because just with like some of the conversations I've been having, I've been reflecting back on like, well, what am I bringing up in my conversations? What is coming up in my conversations? And although I do feel and believe that I do really good at keeping the focus of the energy high, or at least directing it high if it's a lower energy, I'm finding myself a bit with it. Like, I desire for it to be different, the way in some of the conversation topics that I bring up. But I am like aware that that's still more work for me to do for myself. But as I was sitting here thinking, like, the work that I'm doing, the work that I'm doing, the work that I'm doing, and I love spirit. Spirit's amazing, but I did find myself in my Zen state, just kind of like, Spirit, do better. Like, I'm asking you to do better. Really weird, right? But the feelings that came through me as this conversation was happening, because it's weird, because it's not like, you know, like, I need you to do better for this to work. And I've said that several times over the last several days with several of the conversations, just bringing it up, like, in order for this to work, I'm going to need for it to get better, right? Or, you know, I need it to change a lot more. So I noticed that we are all very much like light and love. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Universe. Ha 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 ha. But we are really going through a change, like a big kind of change, energetically big kind of change. And everything happens in energy first. So before anything like actually shows up in the physical, hello, beautiful water. Ooh, that's so good. It gets done in energy first. And like, spirit being, right, of consciousness, or a spirit being a collective of all consciousness, right? And with the way that the energies are able to communicate with us to help guide us, it was like holding spirit to the same standards that we're holding ourselves to. Like, has anybody really gone in and been like, Spirit, been busting my ass, I'm gonna need you to bust your ass a little bit more too, kind of energy? And that's kind of what I was feeling, like, you know, making sure that all of the energies are matching your energy. Super strange. Anyways, okay. Now that I did that rant, let's go on. But yeah, straight up told Spirit, do better. Doing great, but do better. Or maybe I was just really kind of having a full-on conversation with myself. But I did. But it was kind of, I was sitting at a table or something and just like, look, so I reflected and like all of this and all of this, and I'm really happy with that. And then I'm really happy with the progress of this, and let's just keep it kind of flowing, right? But like, you need to match it. You need to match it. Match it, spirit. So, okay. Card pull. What? It'd be so funny if I get my ass chewed out. Ooh, medicine mother. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. Medicine mother, honor your inner knowing. Like all the animals. I don't know if you could hear them run behind the camera, and now the neighbor's dog behind me is barking. Go lay down. Nope, it's all good. With Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul on the bottom. And then, so in the center, ooh. In the center, we got Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Ooh, no, now that makes so much sense to me. Because that's like all we're seeing is just continuously changing energy. It is crazy. Amazing. Cancel clear, it's amazing. So, okay, had to go off for a minute there because Spirit came in with the with the response from my do better. I was reminded that all of this is very new. So it's new. It is new energy. It's new energy being created. Man, I start the recording and it's like the words freaking just like fall out my butt or something. Spirit Fox. So that's pretty much saying, like when Spirit Fox comes in and says, trust your talents in changing times, that is really cut and dry. What it's saying is trust that you are capable, that you've got the skills, that you've got the knowledge, that you've got the wisdom. You have everything you need to get through the changing times. There is, oh, thank you, Spirit. The reason why it feels like my words are just kind of like leaving and falling out my butt is because there is no way for me to vocalize to you from any kind of language is an inadequate word for it, because there is no way for me to formulate what the changes are looking like. I mean, we're experiencing and we're seeing the changes everywhere. Well, we're seeing things that are being changed really popping up everywhere. We are still living in a reality where we're still over half of the population is really living in old pattern energies, right? So this reading is really just a confirmation. Like, you've got this inner knowing, you know, right? But it's not just, it's not just intuition, because she is the medicine mother. I'm being shown now it's just happening. Like, this healing mother energy just naturally happens. It happens without even really being seen that it's happening, because attentions are so focused on other things. So there's all this healing really taking place everywhere. It's almost like it's really weird, because I'm seeing like this energy kind of flowing through almost like a huge living space, like a huge living space, and there are just people all up in that space, sitting around, conversing, paying attention to other things, and this medicine mother is just kind of, you know, doing her thing, going in and out, in and out, in and out, and there's real no attention being paid to her, because it's like she's a constant now. Like, she has gotten to the point where she is able to basically just flow through everything without really being detected, because she has already made herself a constant, a normal, subconsciously recognizing that it's, you know, this is it would catch more attention if she wasn't constantly moving around. So that is where her healing comes in, and she does it. It's not anything big, it's not anything extravagant, it's not anything showy or aha. It's more along the lines of cat fell. It's subtly more along the lines of doing the healing and providing the medicine without even it being picked up that it's happening, because the heat, yeah, it's this energy is it's a constant. However that resonates with you in your, you know, your all your spaces. So how I'm picking up with the star ancestor, right? Because you've got the spirit fox in between these two. This energy is really coming off more as almost a planner. Kind of resonates if you could pull it into like your physical self, and like, okay, so with everything going on, like kind of like a game plan, you know, like, but this is so much more, because this is almost like a complete guide, but it's not a guide, it's just kind of a like a big resource bag. So when the changed energy, which is going to come off as completely new, a little bit uncomfortable, a lot uncomfortable, but depending on your perspective and how you're perceiving it, depends on how much attention you are giving to the uncomfortable, right? So this and this, it's almost like all of these work together. And if you could view almost like this is you or I, us, right? Boom. We are the spirit fox. And then this is a mother energy that we all carry that assists us here on this plane. And then this energy is more of a masculine energy that is up in like the clouds, but it's constant. It's like having, you know, like if you had a magic bag and you could pull out your book that could help you with anything, like this is what that is. And then they all kind of go together. These two are only connected by you. That's how that's set up, is what I was just shown. So these two, like these two programs right here are two programs right here. They are like, yeah, the power couple, right? But you can't, in order for that power couple to connect, you need to be there to be that connector, in a sense. There's nothing without you. We're going weird. So, we're going weird. So, your energy, your energy, your energy. All three of these energies are you. And all three of these energies have been worked on for millennia. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Ancestral, everything. Anyone that you have come from or came from, anyone you have met, anyone you have connected to, and anybody they have been connected to. It's almost like all of that life, energy, spiritual, mental, emotional, all of the aspects of everything are here and are able to be utilized, right? How you choose to utilize them, how you perceive them, like, oh, depends on how they play out in your life. Everybody has these energies, right? So, okay. So I was just asked to kind of explain how all three of these energies are present in all of us. Every single one. Every single one. It depends on how those energies have been nurtured through the lifetimes, through the, you know, the millennia, through reality, through spiritual work, all of it, through experiences, actions, behaviors, all of it, right? So the reading that came, the reading that has already been spoken, right? That was from a perspective of how we work, what we really focus on, where we put our attentions. So now I'm being told, like, if you could imagine them being upside down. And kind of backwards, or somewhere in between, like, you know, like, yep, Spirit just reminded me, like, guess what? It's not linear. I remember. So, but other people, everybody has the energies, how they are perceived, right? So, what if that connection, a lot of people, holy crap, that's really uncomfortable, Spirit. A lot of people are not in the front line of their life. A lot of people are like this. That connection is there, but it's to keep these two energies going. And what was created with these two energies, right? We're seeing a lot going on in the world because of this kind of energy. But and it can be backwards, you know, like I really would like to kind of stay out of, like, figuring out the icky workings of this energy, because we are doing this energy, right? Medicine Mother, inner knowing, right? When you are aligned and everything, it's almost like, oh man, here we go again. Okay, flipping it back upside down, right? What we are doing for all of the divine siblings here that are more in a reality kind of like this is we're just kind of going around, and because we're normal, we're just kind of like kicking. We're kind of, you know, just we're loosening up the old. We're loosening up the old and everything to the ability that we are allowed to without being intrusive. So you think, like, if we're sitting there, right, if we're like kind of flowing around doing our thing and everybody's like, yeah, used to mom doing this, right? But like, this is where our energy comes in, right? We'll notice for those people like, oh, look, somehow this is kind of, you know, poked out or dirty or whatever. And so as us are flowing through parts of way that we do healing, is we're just kind of loosening up this energy for people. That's what happens to these beautiful souls that are oh, look at that. That's making so much sense to me, Spirit. Look, because that's all we do. It's not a fast thing. Like, if you could think of this as expanded over years or something, but this is what we're doing for others if they choose to be in our living space per se, right? It's like showing, it's like helping them where everything's getting thrown out of whack, right? Because it has to get thrown out of whack for people to finally realize that they are this beautiful energy, right? These energies are your energies, but that energy doesn't mean anything without this energy. And I'm gonna stop there so I can rewatch this too, but I'm gonna upload both the videos. I love you guys. I hope this reading was beneficial to you, because I feel like it was kind of like, whoa, that was a pretty good reading. But I really need to go rewatch it so I can know what I said, because I really have no idea. I love you guys. I said